All right, boys. Today we're going to be having some fun. On this fine day in this fine video, I'm going to be giving you the most absolutely egregious, disgraceful, just absolutely smooth brain, hot take you may have ever heard. And that is that I believe Drew Lock could easily be a top 15 quarterback if the Seattle Seahawks give him a chance. Now, hear me out. You may take a look at Drew Lock's stats and think, man, this guy sucks. 2019 rookie year, played 5 games, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Not bad for a rookie, over 60 completion percentage. And then you look at 2020 and you're thinking, wow, this guy is horrible. 16 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, under 60% completion. What's he doing? Then you look at last season. He played 6 games, started 3, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not great whatsoever. But let me tell you why I believe in Drew Lock. Number one, I have to believe in Drew Lock. When the Seattle Seahawks traded away Russell Wilson, Broncos country, let's ride. Drew Lock was obviously the main piece that we got back for him. Those 2 first-round picks, 2 seconds, Noah Fant, and whatever else we got, that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is quarterback for quarterback. Russell Wilson got traded for Drew Lock. And now Drew Lock, I believe, will be a 10 times more fun quarterback to watch than Geno Smith. We've seen Geno Smith play last year. He did all right. He used the tight ends. He did what he had to do. And then he fumbled. He fumbled the bag every single time it came down to crunch time. But let me give you actual reasons why I believe Drew Lock could be a solid quarterback. So, the Seattle Seahawks hold a mock game. And that was held this last Saturday. And I believe that this is pretty telling for Drew Lock potentially taking the number 1 spot from Geno Smith. Currently, Geno Smith is number 1 on the depth chart. Pete Carroll said that Geno will be starting in the preseason game against the Steelers in less than a week. But Drew Lock could potentially take over. Now, let me show you these stats. The Seattle Seahawks mock game. The second-string offense plays against the first-string defense. The first-string offense plays against the second-string defense, right? And guess who was in the second-string offense for, I believe, 4 out of his 5 possessions? That man right there, 18 for 27, 185 yards and 1 touchdown. Drew Lock also led a second touchdown drive, the drive in which Kenneth Walker ended up getting his touchdown right here. He also led a drive in which Jason Myers kicked a field goal. And so basically, out of 5 drives, 4 of which were second-string offense versus first-string defense, Drew Lock led 3 scoring drives. Meanwhile, Geno Smith, first-team offense versus second-string defense, decided he was going to go 10 for 19, 94 yards, no touchdowns. Maybe Rashad Penny got a touchdown on one of his drives, but really, Drew Lock outperformed Geno Smith. And, it's even more impressive when you think about the fact that Drew Lock was playing at a disadvantage. He had the worst offensive players, and he was going against the better defensive players. Geno Smith had every advantage in this quarterback competition during the mock game, and Drew Lock just absolutely, just completely demolished him. Stats-wise, scoring drive-wise, I mean, Drew Lock did better, all right? And he had the disadvantages. I believe he had 1 drive where he was playing with DK Metcalf, and he showed some pretty good things. But that's not all. We don't only go by stats, right? We got a few videos. Now, these are some videos from practice. A little bit later on, we're going to be going over some videos from actual games that Drew Lock played previously. Now, let's take a look at some of the practice videos right here. So, first things first, we got Bo Melton versus Justin Coleman. Drew Lock right here, number 2. He's going back. Bo Melton, pretty solid route, He gets an out route. He's got some speed. Gets the out route. This is more about the pass. Drew Lock puts it right where he needs to put it. Well, I think Justin Coleman jumped a little too early. But, outside shoulder towards the sideline. I mean, that's where it needs to go. I don't know, when he threw it or the timing and if that's correct. But if you look at the catch right here, that's a solid pass. Now, second, we got Marquise Goodwin from Drew Lock. You can already see the catch right here. But you have Marquise Goodwin. Pretty solid comeback route here. Gets him on the shoulder. Stops on a dime. And then I think you want to see the throw a little bit earlier. I'm not exactly sure the timing of comeback routes. I'm not a quarterback. I'm not whatever. But, I mean, this is a very easy pass, but still throws it outside shoulder towards the sideline. I'm pretty sure that's where a comeback's supposed to go. He catches it basically right on top of his left shoulder. I mean, Elijah, whatever his name is, just got completely dusted here. Marquise Goodwin apparently has been an incredible wide receiver. He's been showing a lot of great signs. But now we got probably the most fun one, DK Metcalf versus Kobe Bryant. Everyone's seen this clip. I mean, it was posted, I think, on the NFL's page. But DK versus Kobe Bryant, two absolute studs for the Seattle Seahawks. Hopefully Kobe Bryant can be a pretty solid corner for us. But here, let's take a look. DK Metcalf, decent release. You know, he gets to the outside. That's what he wants to do. He wants to have the corner on the inside shoulder for the comeback. And I saw a lot of people talking about, like, oh, DK Metcalf looks slow on this play. But I'm pretty sure he's trying to stay with the corner on his shoulder so that he can do exactly what he does here. We have Drew Lock, who you can see throws it right there, right? I think you'd want to throw it a little bit earlier. Like, he doesn't release the ball until DK is already about to turn around. I would assume that you'd want to throw the ball right here, like after this first drop step, I guess, like where he's beginning to stop. Like, you have to believe in DK Metcalf right here. Throw it now so that if he threw it then, the ball comes out, you see DK Metcalf make the turn. Kobe Bryant, I mean, he's staying with DK Metcalf. Like, this is pretty good coverage. DK Metcalf is, one, huge. Two, I mean, he's got long arms. He's strong. And just look at this. Like, Kobe Bryant can't even get through that single arm that DK Metcalf has out. Like, that's how strong DK Metcalf is. And, I mean, Kobe Bryant, he tries to make a play, but DK Metcalf is huge. I mean, pretty decent pass if you think about it. Maybe not the best, but I mean, DK comes down with it. I mean, he's going to have a size mismatch over basically any corner in the league that's not named Jalen Ramsey. So this is a solid play. I do think Drew Lock would have wanted to throw this a bit earlier. I think he should start winding up the throw after this step. But still, I mean, got a good spiral. Ball gets there. DK Metcalf catches it. Really cool. And here we've got one last clip that I want to show you. Drew Lock to DK Metcalf in the mock game. I'm pretty sure this is Drew Lock with the first stringers versus the second stringers. And here we'll just watch the clip and I'll give you kind of what I look at and think is positive from this. So first things first, you know, we got Drew Lock just in the pocket. We got DK Metcalf over here on the side. Now watch this. Drew Lock, as he's throwing the ball, he's got, I don't know who this is. I can't see the name. I can't see his number. I can't really see who this is. He's got him. He's draping all over him. Like, he's about to get mollywopped. He's about to get slapped in the back of the head by this man, right? If this was an actual game, Drew Lock's probably getting hit here. His offensive lineman, I'm pretty sure this is Damian Lewis, is getting pushed back into him by whoever this is. I can't see, like, the numbers of the people, but he still makes his throw. That's one thing I do think Drew Lock is very good at, is just accepting pressure and being willing to take a hit to make a throw. That's something I do like. He doesn't seem to fall away from his throws whenever someone's in his face. He'll just make the throw, take the hit, and I think that's something that he is pretty good at. Right here, I don't know what happened with DK Metcalf. I don't think he expected to be this open, or maybe this was supposed to be like a come in, cut out to the corner route, but, you know, Drew Lock had to make the quick throw because he had the pressure coming. But he hits DK Metcalf on the seam. Like, it looks like he's about to cut out, or like he's hesitating in some way. But it didn't seem like he was ready, but wide open. I mean, he makes a good pass. Like, Drew Lock, he put the ball in a good place for a seam. I think DK just made some weird cut, hesitated, but he bobbled it, still ended up catching it. And, you know, of course, he's going to be hit down in a real game. Or maybe not. DK Metcalf's pretty large. Look at that. Incredible touchdown right there. I'm pretty sure that didn't actually count as a touchdown. But, you know, DK Metcalf, kind of a weird play here from him. I don't know what DK Metcalf was doing. Bobbled the ball. Not a great showing there. I don't think this was supposed to be a seam route. I think Drew Lock just threw it early because, I mean, he had to with the pressure. But still, I mean, if that is a seam and DK Metcalf messed it up, that's a good pass. I mean, he gets it there before the safety can get there. I mean, DK Metcalf makes the play. That's a solid play from Drew Lock. All right, so unfortunately, I'm not actually going to be able to show the clips from the actual games that I wanted to show to kind of, you know, demonstrate what Drew Lock can do. But let me just say, Drew Lock can throw a deep ball pretty well. He can just deal with the pressure. He is willing to take hits to make a throw, and he is mobile. He can escape, and he can throw on the run. I was going to have clips from actual games to show you those things, but, you know, copyright can't do it anymore. But I have the next best thing. We're going to watch Drew Lock do another thing in practice. So no one getting passed to. But here is a pretty decent demonstration of some accuracy from Drew Lock here. First, we have a throw. He's going to these middle targets right here. One, right to the middle target. Perfect pass. Drops back. Boom. Throws another one. Tight spiral into the pocket. Now he's got one more right here. And you may think he misses here. Oh, you're like, oh, man, the ball's on the ground. He missed it. But let's see this. Drew Lock with the throw. Perfect spiral. Tight zip. Right into the target. I mean, that's 3 in a row. I'm going to be honest. That's incredibly impressive to me because I know there is no way I'll ever do that in my life, right? Drew Lock, something as stupid as this can get a Seahawks fan excited. It's a weird world right now for Seahawks fans. You know, we've had the blessing of Russell Wilson over these past, 8, 9, 10 years. But now it's like, oh my God, Drew Lock can throw into a target during practice. I'm so happy. It's such a weird mindset for Seahawks fans right now. But unfortunately, like I said, I can't show actual clips from games to show you why I think Drew Lock might do well. But one last thing that I do want to show is something from the Brett Coleman video. If you haven't seen it, there was a singular play that killed Drew Lock's confidence, which then led to this butterfly effect of Drew Lock's confidence is down. Now his coaches see that he's not playing with confidence. The coaches lose confidence in him. The front office lose confidence in him. So he starts, getting pulled out of games, not really given the best situation. He's playing for the Broncos, who aren't a great team. Just a lot of negatives piling up on top of each other. But let me show you what caused the big issue for Drew Lock, and let me explain why I think something like this doesn't matter anymore. All right, so since I can't show you the clip of the actual play that killed Drew Lock's confidence, we're going to do the next best thing. Stinky idiot, smooth-brained football casual watcher here, me, is going to draw out the play and show my incredible football knowledge. So right here, we've got Drew Lock. That's Drew Lock right there. We got the offensive line. We got the defensive line. And we have the receiver here that was actually targeted by Drew Lock. He ran a pretty deep crossing route, something like this. And good news for Drew Lock, the corner that was covering this receiver doing the pretty deep crossing route was behind the receiver. So the receiver had beat the corner. This is a pretty simple throw for Drew Lock. You want to throw it to the receiver. But issue on the play that Drew Lock did not take into account, the Broncos had been getting killed on the side from the rushers over here, right? So on this play that the receiver beat his corner, you had 2 tight ends. Normally in the play, you would have one of the tight ends probably come out here in an underneath outside route. And, they were playing zone. So a corner would be here to take on the tight end that would come out. However, both tight ends were blocking on this play. So this corner that's supposed to be focused on the tight end that's out here, keeping the corner down so that this crossing route can be made, actually ended up fading back and covering this wide receiver. And that was just a simple rookie mistake by Drew Lock. NFL corners being smarter, being faster than college corners. So he still makes this play. He still makes the throw. Corner over here, because he doesn't have to worry about a tight end, starts fading back, almost gets an interception, doesn't. But that play basically made Drew Lock question every single deep throw he would ever make in his life. And that is to be believed as what killed his confidence, thus creating this string of issues where his coaches and his front office and everything doesn't believe in him because he doesn't believe in himself. So, thank you for watching my incredible concept drawing of Drew Lock's biggest play that made all these mistakes. But let me tell you why I don't think that this is an issue anymore. Drew Lock is almost 3 years removed from this play. This lack of confidence is probably, dealt with. The lack of confidence that comes from not understanding or being able to read NFL defenses, not having the understanding that NFL corners are much faster than college corners. Like the kind of inexperience, lack of confidence, I feel like is probably gone. And now the lack of confidence based on his team and his front office and his coaches not believing in him is probably gone. He's on a new team. He's got a very good offense around him. I mean, people are going to say the Seahawks are a horrible team, but, we have DK Metcalf. We got Tyler Lockett. Marquise Goodwin looks really good. We got some solid young guys that can be wide receivers. We got Will Dissly, good blocker, good receiver. We got Noah Fant. We got Colby Parkinson, who has also apparently done pretty well in training camp. We've got a pretty solid offensive line. Apparently, Phil Haynes is doing absolutely amazing. Maybe he could take the starting spot from Gabe Jackson. I don't think it's going to happen, but Pete Carroll's talking like we got 3 starting right guards. We got Austin Blythe, center, pretty solid. We got some solid guys on the outsides. I mean, we got Charles Cross that we drafted. We have Jake Curhan, who did well. Abraham Lucas is apparently doing quite well, too. I mean, we've got a solid offensive line, potentially. We've got a great wide receiver core, some solid tight ends. We got some good running backs. I mean, Drew Lock is in a great situation here. If he has Pete Carroll backing him, which right now Pete Carroll is obviously complimenting him on what he's doing, but he's still showing that he doesn't necessarily have the utmost confidence in him because Geno Smith is still the starting quarterback. But throughout preseason, I think Drew Lock wins the starting spot. If Drew Lock, if he does become the starter, if Pete Carroll really gives him a chance, which, it's Pete Carroll, is he going to do the smartest thing for the Seahawks' future? Who knows? But I believe that Drew Lock, if he's given a chance, can be a top 15, maybe top 10 quarterback in the league. Playing it safe with Geno doesn't sound fun. Throwing Drew Lock into the fire, maybe he does well, maybe he doesn't. Sounds like a great time for me. And I believe he could do well. I mean, he has the skills. He can roll out better than Geno can. I mean, he's got a good arm. He can make throws. And I believe something that Geno doesn't do well with, that Drew Lock does, something that Russell Wilson didn't even necessarily do well with over the last few years, was being willing to take hits to make throws. I mean, Drew Lock, I can't show you the clips, but there are a number of clips where Drew Lock has a man about to just hit him in the chin with his helmet, and he still just makes the throw standing there. Doesn't fade back at all. He just throws it, takes the hit, and it's an incredible sight. Because you would see Russell Wilson falling back, basically doing a backflip as he's throwing his passes, trying to avoid getting hit by rushers, which makes sense. I mean, Russell was, he's not 24 anymore. Drew Lock is still young. He can do stuff like that. But I believe in Drew Lock. My hot take is that Drew Lock can be a top 15 quarterback. I firmly believe that. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about Drew Lock. Can he be a top 15 quarterback if the Seahawks give him the chance? What are some hot takes that you have? Let me know down below in the comments. Like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. With that, I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a great day.